When we think of world's most powerful intelligence agencies, names like the CIA or MI6 immediately comes to our mind. But there's one agency, far smaller in size, that has pulled off missions so daring and so precise that it has become a legend in itself. Israel's Mossad. To understand Mossad's reputation, let's start with a mission that shocked the entire world: the assassination of Iran's nuclear mastermind. In November 2020, right in the middle of the global pandemic, Mossad assassinated Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, the man often called the father of Iran's bombs. Fakhrizadeh had been secretly leading Iran's nuclear weapons program since the 90s. For years, both the United States and Israel tried to neutralize him but failed. Finally, after 8 months of intense surveillance, Mossad launched an operation straight out of a Hollywood movie. A Nissan pickup truck, parked on the side of a highway, carried an AI-assisted, satellite-operated machine gun, and from nearly thousands of miles away, Israeli agents pulled the trigger. Fakhrizadeh was hit with 13 bullets, while his wife, sitting just 10 inches away, remained unharmed. Seconds later, the vehicle exploded, leaving behind no trace of evidence. This single operation delayed Iran's nuclear program by at least 6 years, and it cemented Mossad's reputation as one of the most precise intelligence agencies on earth. So what makes this story even more remarkable is Israel's size. The entire country is no bigger than India's Meghalaya state. Yet its intelligence agency strikes fear in terrorist groups and hostile nations across the Middle East. But Mossad didn't start as a polished agency. Its origins go back to the 1930s, when Jews in Europe faced persecution under Hitler's anti-Semitic campaigns. In response, underground Zionist groups began forming militant organizations for self-defense. One of these was Haganah, which later became the backbone of Israel's military security. In 1949, as Israel gained independence, Haganah's intelligence staff was reorganized into a central institution, and in 1951, it was officially named Mossad. Still, Mossad had to prove its worth. That opportunity came in 1967. The Six-Day War. In June 1967, 4 Arab nations, Egypt, Syria, Jordan, and Iraq, declared war on Israel. On paper, Israel had little chance of survival, but Mossad's intelligence completely changed the game. Israeli pilots already had detailed minute-by-minute information on 32 enemy air bases, when to strike, where to strike, and even how to strike. In one case, an Israeli agent disguised himself as an Arab officer and misled an entire Egyptian unit, guiding them straight into Israeli captivity without a single shot fired. The result: Israel not only survived, but in just 6 days, it captured vast territories and defeated all 4 Arab nations. This stunning victory made the world sit up and take notice of Mossad's capabilities. Now let's talk about the famous operations by Mossad, from Nazis to terrorists. 1960, the Eichmann capture. Adolf Eichmann, the architect of the Holocaust, had escaped to Argentina. Mossad tracked his routine, kidnapped him outside his home, and smuggled him to Israel for trial. Argentina's government didn't even realize what had happened until Eichmann was already in Israel. 1972, Munich massacre response. During the Munich Olympics, Palestinian militants killed 11 Israeli athletes. Mossad launched Operation Wrath of God. Over the next years, it hunted down the killers worldwide, planting bombs under beds, ambushing targets, and shooting them with 12 bullets each, 11 for the slain athletes and 1 on behalf of the Israeli government. 1976, Operation Entebbe, Thunderbolt. An Air France plane hijacked by terrorists landed in Uganda. Mossad helped plan a daring rescue mission that freed over 100 hostages in a nighttime raid. 1981, Operation Opera. Mossad paved the way for Israel's Air Force to destroy Iraq's Osirak nuclear reactor, preventing Saddam Hussein from acquiring nuclear weapons. These missions made Mossad both feared and admired worldwide. By the late 1950s, even the United States began closely working with Mossad. In 1966, during Operation Diamond, Mossad managed what the CIA and MI6 had failed to do: secure a Soviet MiG-21, the most advanced fighter jet of its time. They did it by luring an Iraqi pilot into defecting and landing the plane in Israel. The jet was later studied by the US Air Force, giving the West a critical advantage during the Cold War. After the 9/11 attacks in 2001, America turned once again to Israel. The Pentagon sought Mossad's help in training US soldiers to counter roadside bombs and suicide attacks in Iraq. Israeli agents taught urban warfare tactics, counterinsurgency strategies, and even shared specialized software that analyzed terrorist behavior. And in 2020, Mossad once again played a key role helping the US locate Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Despite changing his mobile 3 times on the day of his travel, Mossad tracked him in Baghdad, where an American drone strike eliminated him. The operation triggered 3 days of national mourning in Iran. Now let's talk about Mossad and India. Interestingly, India too has benefited from Mossad's expertise. Israeli intelligence once tipped off India about Pakistan's secret nuclear program under Project Kahuta. And in 2015, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Turkey, Mossad was interested with his personal security. Mossad may operate from one of the smallest countries in the world, but its influence is global. With fewer resources than giants like CIA, Mossad has relied on precision, creativity, and fearlessness to conduct missions others won't even attempt. And that's why the saying goes, once your name enters Mossad's hit list, survival isn't just difficult, it's almost impossible.